Howdy folks, Grok the DuckFarmer here, and I'm doing a little Minecraft with Botania, playing a Botania quest, and digging deep into the mod, and for that we're going to move some mana. That's what we're going to do, we're going to move some mana about. Let's take a look underneath, and we can run over here, and just so happens that my cat Roxy is sleeping right in front of the keyboard, which at least she's not on top of my hand, which you had been. So down here I had 3 lava producers, and I put all the stuff and junk here for that, so, you know, because I don't really need it right now. But I took those down mainly because I think we're going to get a much better, well, we're going to get a different mana producer, and I really don't need those running all the time. So I've got this 5x5 grid of mana pools, a bunch of them that are empty. I just made a few more tear steel, and so they're down a little bit. So anyway, last episode we made over here, let's take a look at the map, daytime. Over here is where the slime farm is, where we're going to be getting mana from slime, and that's actually producing an amazing amount of mana down there. And I want to transport that up through here by rails. Now, that means I need to get something that will power this, but only when the cart itself is full of mana. So, or actually not full of mana. So the cart's going to come from down there, it'll come up here, and then it's going to stop because this won't be charged. Now by default, let's put a torch right there, and let's put a, yeah, we're going to put the cracked block on top. That redstone torch will charge this up, and that'll work fine. I'm going to have a pump right here, and that will tell us how much mana is in the cart. And so when the cart is empty, no, as long as the cart is full, as long as there's mana in the cart, then it's going to send out an output signal from here. So that's going to go into this block, and I'm going to need something to pull that signal out. So let's go ahead and put down these blocks here. I want a redstone repeater right here, because this is going to be anywhere between 15, the strength of the signal if the cart is full, down to 1 if it's just barely got some mana into it. And that will put a little bit of a signal here, and the redstone repeater here will go ahead and bump that up to a good strong signal. Now that will push it out and turn it off over here. So if we had the cart's here, as soon as the cart empties, this will detect nothing, and so it'll come out, and you can see the cart, or the rail here, is powered, in which case the empty cart will go flying back. So that should take care of it. And this mana pool here, I've got a recessive spark augment on it, so that should fill up any of these here or any of the other ones that are closer. And I wanted it over here because it's kind of in the middle, and that's why I had to take down all the lava stuff. So that's the receptacle taken care of. You know, I hate to put things on just plain grass. Let's break that, and let's put a block right there. Okay, let's make those bits that we're going to need. And run up here. So, a couple of new things to make. Gonna make this the minecart with the mana pool. Well, that's easy. That's just a minecart with a mana pool. So, done. And that's the mana pump, and I need 2 of them. One up here and one down there. So let's plug this in place. And I can never remember which direction they need to go. Let's see. I'm going to assume blue. Yeah, see, that looks like it's pointing into here. And if it doesn't, we'll flip it around. But in any case, I think it's pulling from the blue and will go into here. So when the minecart has stuff, that's what it'll do. All right, let's head down, and I've got a little what's the thing? Waymark, yeah, waymark here, so I know where I need to go. And let's run over to the mana pool, not mana pool, over to the slime farm, and see how that's doing over here. And just after I logged off, because I never saw any slimes doing anything, I looked down and my monocle spotted some slimes going on because of the burst of mana that came through here. And of course it's not doing any of that for me right now. Let's eat this. So one of the things that I did, and people mentioned, and it's true, going from spreader to spreader you lose a little bit, but going by spreader to a pool is better. And this is a spreader to a pool. It gives you a little bit more. Holy cow, is that full now? That looks like it is full. And it's full. So in the time it took to disassemble everything back up there and get the bits I needed, these comparators and whatnot, it's done. So I'm going to put this one, I'm going to go like this. So it should be coming from this mana pool into the cart. Yes, that should work. And I need a powered rail here. And then I need this one I haven't completely thought out, but let's see how it goes. This is again going to pull out the signal. Now this is one where it's empty. I want it to do something. So let's go ahead and put a bit of redstone here, and if I put a lever on the wall, will that detect? It does. Okay, so that's a signal of 15, which is saying when the cart is full it should fire off. I'm not sure I want to wait till it's full. Let's maybe take this off and put the lever here like this. See, it's got a strength of 15 here and a 14 here. So if this cart is 14/15 fractions, if it is almost full, then that should give out a signal which will come around and power up this rail. And so to do that, that's going to go here. I wonder, let's break a few of these things. If I put a redstone torch here, will you power this block? I don't think, yeah, because right now you can see that the redstone torch is not doing it. Okay, I need to, when the signal comes on, this changes. So let's take this and let's put a block here, redstone torch here, and we need to reverse this. I want this signal to kick on and turn it on. All right. I've got to think this through because it's the exact opposite of the last one. And let's use the stone brick for this solid. You want a solid block. You either power the solid block or whatever. When this is charged and there's a solid block behind it, the cart will take off. And that's what we're really looking for. Let's just make some room here. So I want this to charge up. As soon as this should actually have a bunch of power. I could just take and, oh, I can't because that's charged right there. Otherwise, I put this here and no, can't do that. If I run this through, it would charge this up, but because of that going right through, redstone repeater. Nope, not you. The repeater. That's the thing I want. See, now that's charged, but the problem is that's getting power from over there, and I don't want it to get from over there. I need to move this over a smidge. So let's break you. Yeah. Break you. Break you. And we'll put you down like this. And I need more redstone right there. So there's the thing that tells it to ignore to compare. That's what the comparators are for. They compare a signal coming in from the side from a signal from the back. Otherwise, as soon as this would get a bit of mana in it from the cart, it would just charge this off, and I don't want to do that at all. All right, this should work. We can close this back up. So as soon as the cart here is full, or 14/15 full, then this should emit a signal, and it should be a fairly strong signal. It'll be 14 going around, which will get pumped into the brick here, charge this off, and boom, off will go the mana cart. That'll do it. Okay, that's fine. Let's go ahead and close this up. Can't really close that up, can't close that up. We'll just have to leave that as is. That can get closed up. Now I think what I will do is take this and turn a corner here and head off that way. I need to go up and over some. So what I probably will do is go over a chunk. Actually, let's see what the chunk, speaking of chunks, how are the chunks looking? Where did we hit? There's the chunk border. So I may actually start spiraling up here in this area, spiral up to the height I need to be, and then send it over to there just under the dirt. All right, I got to do a lot of digging here. 9 hours later. But it's done. Just a little bit, but I'll show you that. And you can see this mana pool here, it's half full, and the one over there, that's also half full, and this one was already full. So holy cow. So we've got the power coming around here, so if this is almost full, it'll go. And let's actually ride this up just for fun. And it's going to be a little blinky going up, but this is a standard, it's hard to see. It's a standard 3x3 minecart elevator going up, where every other block or every other rail is a charged rail. And so it just sends it right up, and this goes up, it'll disembark the stuff, and we're heading back down. Whee! And this is going to be a little flashy here, which is not so much fun. But it works. Okay, that's just very annoying. Okay, we're done. Yes. Ouch. So that works very, very nicely as far as getting stuff up and back again. Now, the one thing that I will do afterwards is put a central shaft in here, because I've fallen down twice now. Not too far, but that's okay. So it's a standard 3x3 setup, where every other rail is a powered rail. These are the ones that slant up, because these guys, the corner ones, can't slant upwards and be a corner at the same time. They have to be flat. So every other one goes up, and then I'm using redstone torches underneath the block to power the rail up above. And it's very, very simple, not a problem. So I'm going to go through and just climb up and do that. But that I can do anytime. Right now, I want to go ahead and test out the mana cart. Will it work? Do I have this the right way, or is it backwards? I don't know. Oh, it's the right way. Look at that thing fly in there. Holy cow. And boom, off it goes. Isn't that cool? And so the rest of these guys will blast in here and fill this up, and that's going to take way more than it's going to take for that to go up there, discharge, and come back. So I'm liking that. So this part at least is working fine. I have no idea if the other side is working out. So, I'm going to ride the rail up there and see what I can find. So a little hiccup up here at the top, and I went ahead and put a block up here because I encountered it coming back down, and that sent me back down, and then I came back up, and yeah, fun with that. So it seems like what's happening is when it comes up here, the fact that this is powered is pushing it back pretty fast, so there needs to be a delay. So one of the things I did is I increased this to 4 ticks. Maybe that'll help. Nope. See, it's still, because it's powered, it's still stopping. So I need to figure out some way, because it is pumping it out really fast, and that's when it should go. That's when it should power up and go. So I need to figure out a way of changing my redstone here so that it'll grab it. I need a slight delay for that to turn on. Let me think about this for a bit. Okay, I think I have solved the problem by adding a slight delay and using this detector rail. So let me show you what I mean. And it's a simpler setup here now. I've got, okay, so the stuff is coming up, and I've got a detector rail here, and it's 2 blocks before the powered rail. And then any minecart that hits this will send a pulse, so I've extended it to 4 ticks. That will turn off this torch, so this will no longer be on. That allows this to come in and stop. And it's got that little delay of it going in and stops. And that's exactly what I'm waiting for, or wanting, is that little delay. Now, because there's nothing in here, there's no signal coming out, there's no mana to turn on this signal going around. So this is going into this block, and even if it has just a charge of 1, that's sufficient for this repeater to suck out a full strength charge to turn off the torch. So as well, that came out of nowhere. So as long as there is a bit of mana in this cart, then it will go ahead and keep that off to suck it all out. And let's see how this goes. So push that all the way over to there, and off it goes. There it goes. So I went down there and I made a little change. I set it up so that it's only 3/15 full, something like that. I extended the redstone out a big long distance. That way it'll fill up faster and get back up here. That's my hope. And waiting for that to turn into grass, because that's always looking nice. So that should work. That should do it for us. Ugh. We should have a fully functional system here where this is just going to run mana around from down there. Yep, comes up, sucks it right out. Oh, isn't that cool? Okay, I love that. So as long as there's mana being produced down by the slimes, and they're producing quite a lot of mana, it's far faster than the 3 lava factories I had up here. Far, far faster. So as long as there's mana being produced down there, it will bring that mana up here, and I'll change it so it'll be close to a full mana pool's worth. And that'll come up here, get dropped off the mana pool behind me by itself. It will disperse that mana to any available pool that has a spark. Lather, rinse, repeat. It'll just keep doing that. Oh, such a nice system. And I love how it pumps it so very fast with that mana pump. I say, that's nicely done. All right. Well, I'll just watch and wait for more mana to come up, and maybe AFK a little bit closer so that the slimes have a better chance of spawning without despawning first. Anyway, this has been Grok the DuckFarmer here, doing a little mana on rails, and thanks for watching. Bye.